Okay, good afternoon. So hopefully we will be discussing on Norton's theorem today. It's a continuity of discussion regarding the network theorems. We have already have come across two theorems already. One is superposition and the other one is Thevenin, and followed by this Norton's theorem. And somehow this Norton and Thevenin is somewhat related. We will see that also. So the objective of this lecture is every student who is connected in this platform today would be able to understand the Norton's theorem and its application in the analyzing of a two-terminal circuit. Okay, that's the objective, and the class or the lecture will be focusing to fulfill this objective. So we know already these are the theorems which is available there in your syllabus for electric circuit theory, and you know why you go for these theorems because of the drawbacks of KCL and KVL. So what is Norton's theorem specifically states? As I said, you have to keep this in mind, right? Right. This Norton's theorem is related to somewhat have some relation with the Theveninians. Okay, and that is why we call this Norton and Thevenin as dual theorems. Each one is supporting the other. Each one is supporting the other, right? So we will see the statement. What the statement says, and this is the statement. The statement says that it's the Norton theorem states that a linear two-terminal network like this, a linear two-terminal like this actually can be replaced. This can be replaced by, okay, by an equivalent circuit consisting of a current source in parallel with a resistor. A current source IN in parallel with a resistor RN. Now you think about Thevenin. What we have spoken in what we have Thevenin's theorem stated. The same way it states that a linear two-terminal circuit can be replaced by an equivalent circuit consisting of a voltage source in series with a resistance. That is what the definition of Thevenin. But what this Norton specifically states, it is similar to that of that, but it is changing the source and the way it is connected. The source is going to be current source here, and that current source will be connected in parallel to the resistance, and that resistance is called as Norton's resistance. That will be equal to Thevenin's resistance. R Thevenin, R Norton, both are same. So Norton's equivalent circuit will be a current source parallel with a resistor. That's what your Norton's equivalent circuit is. And what is your IN? That is the source. How do you get it? You short circuit the current through the terminals 1 and 2, like this third diagram. You have a linear two-terminal network, this one. You try to short circuit the terminal 1 and 2 and notice what is the current passing through this terminal, okay, to the short circuited conductor. You call that as I Norton or short circuit current. And similarly, what is R Norton? You replace, you eliminate your independent sources, then try to find what is the overall resistance of the network through the terminal 1 and 2, which is equivalent to the total input resistance at the terminals Rn, which is equal to R Thevenin. You can see that we have three relations here. Rn is equal to R Thevenin, In is equal to ISC, that is short circuit, and In is equal to what? V Thevenin by R Thevenin. Because it is having some relation with that, the current In is equal to V Thevenin by R Thevenin also. So what is In? In is the short circuit current through the terminals, and Rn is the input equivalent resistance when the independent sources are turned off. How do you turn off your independent sources? If it is a voltage source, short circuit it. If it is a current source, open circuit it. Any clarifications needed in this particular slide? Any clarifications needed? So a two-terminal network can be converted into its equivalent by, what is the statement of Norton says, what is the equivalent? It will have a current source in parallel with a resistor. If it is a Thevenin, then you say voltage source in series with a resistor. For Norton, it is going to be current source in parallel with the resistor. The resistor calculation is similar to that of Thevenin, and so we call this R Norton is equal to R Thevenin. What we will do? We will remove the independent sources. We will remove the independent sources by their equivalent. That is, voltage source is short circuited and current source is open circuited. And finally, you are going to calculate the total resistance or the input equivalent resistance. And how to find the IN? IN is found using short circuiting those terminals and try to find what is the current passing through that, keeping all the sources inside the circuit, two terminal network. Then find what is the short circuit current. That is going to be your I Norton. So we have to treat both dependent and independent sources as the same way in the Thevenin theorem. So whatever you have done in Thevenin theorem, you will follow the same procedure, or you will say you will treat those how you treated your dependent sources and independent sources in your Thevenin theorem. The same way you have to treat it. So the Thevenin and Norton equivalent circuits are related by source transformation. How are they related? A Thevenin circuit, Thevenin's, and this is one Norton. We can see that it is going to be a voltage source in series with a resistor. This is going to be a current source parallel with a resistor. This is Rn, which is equal to R Thevenin. This is also R Thevenin, which is equal to Rn. This is V Thevenin. This is I Norton. Now you can see this is Thevenin's equivalent circuit and this one is Norton's equivalent circuit. They are related by source transformation, accepted or not. A voltage source in series with a resistor can be converted into a current source parallel with a resistor. And you can see these two equivalent circuits are similar of source transformation. So for that reason, we call this source transformation is often called as Thevenin-Norton transformation. So if they are asking you in a question, brief answer, providing a network, and they are asking you to solve or reduce that network and find a parameter using Thevenin-Norton transformation, it is indirectly stating that you have to apply source transformation technique and then you have to solve that problem. Any doubts? Hello, whoever is connected today, do you have any doubts regarding this particular slide or the previous slide? Okay, so to determine Thevenin or Norton equivalent circuit, we do the same steps are involved. You can see we try to find the open circuit voltage if it is Thevenin. We try to find, or Norton, whatever it is, we try to find the open circuit voltage. Then we will try to find the short circuit current. Okay, even both Thevenin or Norton, whatever it is, we will do this. We will try to find the open circuit voltage. We will try to find the short circuit current. Okay. Then we will try to find the ratio between them. That will provide me my input resistance, Rin. So the equivalent or input resistance at the terminal 1 and 2 will, when all the independent sources are turned off, and we will try to find that. Or we will try to find the relationship between these two, which will also provide me what is Rin, Rin or R Thevenin, whatever it is. Here I can say Rin is equal to Rn, which is equal to R Thevenin, which is equal to open circuit voltage by short circuit current. This is the relation. So what is VOC? This is nothing but V Thevenin. What is ISC? That is going to be I Norton. So V Thevenin by I Norton will provide me R Thevenin. You can see that V Thevenin is equal to VOC. I short circuit is nothing but I Norton, and the relationship between these two will provide me R Thevenin and R Norton. So you can use open circuit and short circuit test, okay, to find any of these parameters, and you can frame a network accordingly. Either a Thevenin's equivalent network or a Norton's equivalent network. Any doubts? Any doubts here? We will try to solve one problem. So I have to find the Norton's equivalent circuit for the provided. What is my Norton's equivalent circuit? The Norton's equivalent circuit will have a current source in parallel with the resistor across the terminal 1 and 2, IN, RN. So for that, what I have to do? I will be short circuiting these two terminals. And I will try to find what is the current passing through this. That will provide me my IN. And I will be eliminating these two sources by their equivalent. That is, this will be open circuited because it is current source, and this will be short circuited because this is an voltage source. And I will try to find what is the equivalent resistance through this after removing short circuit. Okay, through this I will find what is my RN. Okay, then that is going to give me this. Determine the Norton's equivalent circuit of the circuit provided. Okay, that equivalent is going to have a current source in parallel with the resistor. Understand? Hello, everybody? Hello? Any doubts? Any doubts here? Okay, so this is how we will proceed. This is in this way. Okay, this we will convert this into this form, and we will try to find the equivalent resistance. So first we will start with your finding out your R Norton. So this is your circuit. This is the actual circuit. To find Rn, R which is equal to R Thevenin. What will we do? As I said, we will be open circuiting this. You can see that the current source 2 amperes is open circuited, and you can see the voltage source available 10 volt is short circuited. Now I will try to see what is the relation between these connections. Okay, all these resistor connections. So I will go through this. You can see that these three are available in series. They are in series, which is in parallel. This combination is parallel with 5. So what I will do, this 5 ohm resistor is parallel with this 2 plus 4 plus 2 ohm. So 6 plus 2, 8. So 5 into 8 divided by 5 plus 8, which is going to be 3.077 ohms. 40 by 30. 40 by 30. Check that. Is that coming out as 3.077? Hello? Whoever is having calculators, please check it out. Make it fast. Okay. So you will be getting this R Thevenin or R Norton as 3.077 ohms. Is that okay? Yes. So what is the remaining thing? In the network, in the equivalent network, I have a current source and a parallel with a resistor. That parallel resistor is obtained. This is your R Norton. R Norton is equal to 3.077. I have to find R Norton, I Norton. What I will do? I have to short circuit it. I have to short circuit these two terminals 1 and 2 to find I Norton. I have to know what is the current passing through this. Understand? I want to know what is the current passing through that. So what I will do? I will short circuit those terminals 1 and 2, and I will try to find the current. You can see that this is how you can short circuit. You have short circuited that 1 and 2, short circuited that, and I will try to find what is the current passing through that. So how to deal with that? I have two sources here. I will be considering those two sources. I have assumed it. The first mesh is going to have I1 as a current, and the second mesh is going to have I2 as a current. Because, okay, this is very important. This point is very important. People commit mistakes here. What is that? You see this node. Consider this node which I have marked as A. Let us assume that a current passing here through this 2 ohm resistor. It reaches the node A. Okay, it reaches the node A. What about the character of the current? The character of the current is it will pass through the branch or the path which is having minimum resistance. Or I will say, if I have two paths, path number 1 and path number 2. Let us say, okay, this is 1 and this is 2. I have a current at some point at node. This has to divide. This current has to divide, and it has to pass through 1 and 2. Where maximum amount of current will flow? The maximum amount of current will flow in the minimum resistance path or minimum resistance branch. Let us assume that path 1 is having minimum resistance and path 2 is having a maximum resistance. For example, we will have this one will have 1 ohm and this resistance have 10 ohms. So maximum current passes through which path? Path 1, because the resistance is minimum, and minimum current passes through the second path where the resistance is maximum. The same way at this node A, now tell me, I have two branches. One is through 5 ohm and the other branch is through the terminal 1 and 2. Where the current passes through, where the maximum current passes through which branch? Let us say this is first branch and this is second branch. Which is the branch through which maximum current will pass through, whether through 5 ohm resistor or through short circuit? Your answers are invited in your chat box, or people can unmute yourself and answer. எந்த பாத் வழியா மேக்ஸிமம் கரண்ட் ஃப்ளோ ஆகும்? 5 ohm வழியாவா இல்ல ஷார்ட் சர்க்யூட் பண்ணிருக்கக்கூடிய பிரான்ச் வழியாவா? எஸ், absolutely through short circuit only, branch 2. Okay, maximum current ன்னு சொல்றதை விட all current, I will say all the current which is passing through, let us say I2 ன்னு வச்சுக்கலாம். அத the I2ங்கற கரண்ட் 5 ohm ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வழியா பாஸ் ஆகவே ஆகாது. ஏன்? அதுல ஏதோ ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்கு, ஆனா 1 and 2 கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கக்கூடிய கண்டக்டர் வழியா எந்த ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸுமே இல்ல. அதனால மேக்ஸிமம் கரண்ட் இல்லனா ஆல் கரண்ட் will pass through 1 and 2 terminal only. So I can say ISC is equal to I2. So in this diagram, virtually there is no 5 ohm resistor connected. Even though it is connected, it will not have a current passing through that. The 5 ohm அது வழியா போகாது. அப்போ என்னோட டயகிராம் எப்படி மாறிடும்? My diagram seems to be a current source is there, a 4 ohm resistor is connected series with a 10 volt source, and it is having a 2 ohm resistor short circuited with another 2 ohm resistor available between the terminals 1 and 2, and this is going to be I2 and this is going to be I1. This is 2 ampere, this is 10 volt, this is 4 ohm, this is 2 ohm, and this is 2 ohms. இந்த 5 ohm வரவே வராது. ஏன்? அது வழியா கரண்ட் போகாது, அதனால அதை கன்சிடர் பண்ணக்கூடாது. So based on this diagram, mesh 1, I can write I1 is equal to 2 amperes because it is directly providing me the current which is going to be 2 amperes in mesh 1. What is there in mesh 2? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. So based on the current direction, I will write minus 10 plus 4 I1 minus I think I2 minus I1 plus 2 I2 plus 2 I2 is equal to 0. So from where I will write, what is that? I will bring this 10 to the other side. I have minus 4 I1 plus 8I2 is equal to 10. Already know what is that? I1 is equal to 2 amperes. So substitute that in here. I will get 8I2, which is equal to 10 plus 4 into I1. I1 is 2, so 8, so 18. So I2 is equal to 18 by 8. I2 is equal to 18 divided by 8, 9 by 4. So I will get I2 is equal to 2.25. And that is the current passing through this short circuit. So how my IN is equal to what? My IN is equal to 2.25 amperes. Rn we have already found. So my equivalent is going to be, even I can write here somewhere, maybe here. We'll take this one. So my equivalent is going to be a current source parallel to a resistor, and the current source value is IN. IN is equal to 2.25 amperes, and Rn is equal to 3.077 ohms. That is what we have found in the previous slide, 3.077. So your problem ends here. Your problem ends here. But we have other way to find it also. We have other way to find it also. I want to know what is the Thevenin's part. From the Thevenin's equivalent, I will try to find what is IN. That is also possible. We will see that VThevenin. You can see that here. We will try to find the VThevenin. So what we will do? We will try to find what is the voltage across this 1 and 2 terminal. What is the voltage across this terminal? What is the voltage across this 5 ohm? Provides me, okay, what is the voltage across this 1 and 2? 5 ohm across என்ன voltage இருக்கோ அதுதான் 1 and 2 across இருக்கு. அப்ப 5 ohm across உள்ள voltage எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? The current passing through this, that is I4 named here, that I4 into, I will say I4 into 5 will give me VThevenin. I4 into 5 will give me VThevenin. So I will try to write the equation based on that. So I can write it like I3 is equal to 2 amperes from the first mesh. From the second mesh, what I can write? I will write it like 4 into I4 minus I3 plus 2 into I3 plus 5 into I3 plus 2 into I3 minus 10 is equal to 0. Sorry, I4. So what I will get? Minus 4I3 plus 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 2, 13. So plus 13I4 is equal to 10. Already I know what is I3 is equal to 2. So I will get minus 8 plus 13I4, which is equal to 10. So 13I4 is equal to 10 plus 8. Okay. So I4 is equal to 13 I4 is equal to 18 by 13. Tell me what you are getting, whether you are getting 1.384 amperes, yes or no. Check that using your calculators. Now I will take this current I4 and I will try to substitute it here, where my VThevenin is going to be 6.923 volts. 5 into I4. I4 is equal to 1.384. Are you getting 18 by 13? 18 by 13 is equal to 1.384. Yes? Hello? Everybody who is there using calculators, please tell me. Then 5 into that 1.384. 5 into that 1.384, you will get 6.923. Yes or no? Yeah. So now I got my VThevenin. So what the formula says to find IN? What is the formula says? IN is equal to VThevenin by I short circuit ISC. Yes or no? IN is equal to, sorry, Rn is equal to Rn is equal to VThevenin by ISC. So what is VThevenin? VThevenin is equal to 6.923 divided by what is your I short circuit? I short circuit is equal to 2.25. 2.25. So you try that. What is that? 6.923 divided by 2.25 will give me what is the value I am getting? I am getting it like 6.923 divided by 2.25 is equal to 3.0768 ohms. Yes, which is already we have found it. It is 3.077 ohms. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. You can see that here. You can see that here V Thevenin is equal to 6.923 and R Thevenin is equal to 3.077. IN is equal to 2.25 and RN is equal to 3.077. Now you check this 6.923 divided by 3.077, okay, will give me my IN, which is equal to 2.25. Source transformation, that is also checked. So a Thevenin's equivalent network, if you apply source transformation, you will get your Norton's equivalent network. Your problem has ended here. Here itself your problem has ended. You can see that you have found what is IN, you have found the previous slide, you have found what is your RN. So your problem has ended here. What I tried to show you, you can work on Thevenin circuit. From the Thevenin circuit, you can also find your Norton's part by just source transformation. That is also possible. Is that okay? Hello? Everybody, do you understand that? This is your problem. Your problem requires only this part. This you have found out in the first two slides. First you have found what is Rn. The second slide you found what is IN. That's it, over. But what in the next two slides we have tried? We have tried a Thevenin circuit, and from the Thevenin circuit, whether we are getting the equivalent Norton, and that is going to be same as what we have found. That is what we have verified it. So in a problem which is asking you to find a Norton's equivalent circuit, okay, you stop with the first two slides. That's it. Find IN, find RN, plot the equivalent. That is over. That is fine. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Hello? Now, I'm going to the next step, next level. What is the next level? Okay, determine the current in the 10 ohm resistor. In the previous case, I am interested in knowing only the equivalent circuit. Now I am going to apply that. I am going to apply that circuit and try to find what is the parameter from in the network from one particular what is that 10 ohm resistor. So what I will first step, what is my first step? I have to remove the steps. The steps as followed in the Thevenins. Remove 10 ohm resistor. First one. So my network becomes like this is my network now. 1, 2, 9 ohm, 6 ohm, 3 ohms. This is my 12 ampere source. Okay, this is my first move. What is my second move? I have to find what is my Rn. Or I can find IN, whatever it is, but I will go for Rn. So what I will do? I will keep the circuit available now. I will take off the independent sources. I will switch off my independent sources. So how my independent source here has to be removed? It's a current source. So I will open circuit it. And I will try to find my R Norton 1 and 2. This is 9 ohm, this is 6 ohm, and this is 3 ohm. Can anybody say what is R Norton? Just like that. You can see that and tell me. பார்த்தவொடனே சொல்லிடலாம் ஆன்சர். வாட் இஸ் ஆர் நார்டன்? I will wait for 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute கூட தேவையில்லை, அப்படி சொல்லிடலாம். அப்படியே பார்த்தவொடனே சொல்லிட முடியும். கனெக்ஷன் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பாருங்க. அந்த 6 ஓம் 3 ஓம் எப்படி கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கு, 9 ஓம் எப்படி கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கு, அதுல எல்லாம் சீரீஸ்ல இருக்கா பேரலல்ல இருக்கா, அந்த காம்பினேஷனும். எஸ் எஸ் கரெக்ட். 4.5. எஸ் 4.5. Why? Because this 6 and 3 are in series, which is in parallel to 9 ohm. So 9 into 9 divided by 9 plus 9. So 81 by 18, which is equal to 4.5. Is that right? Yes or no? கரெக்ட் தானப்பா? சேம் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸா இருந்தா அதுல ஹாஃப், அவ்வளவுதான். சேம் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸா இருந்ததுன்னா ஆர் என் என்னவா இருக்கு, டோட்டல் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் R/2 இருக்கும். அப்ப இது ரெண்டும் சீரீஸ்ல இருக்கு, அதோட இந்த 9 ஓம் பேரலல் இருக்கு. அப்ப 9 into 9 divided by 9 plus 9, which will give me 4.5 ohms. That is your Rn. அப்ப third step என்ன? I have to find, I will keep this source. Okay. I will try to find what is the short circuit current. What is the short circuit current? The 1 and 2 short circuit பண்ணிட்டு இங்க வரக்கூடிய கரண்ட் என்னன்னு பார்க்கணும். This is 9 ohm, this is 6 ohm, this is 3 ohm, this is 12 amperes. Okay, now tell me whether current passes through this 9 ohm resistor. 9 ohm resistor வழியா current போகுமா? நைன் ஓம் ரெசிஸ்டர் வழியா கரண்ட் போகுமா என்னுடைய கேள்வி. ஏன்னா அந்த 10 ஓம் எடுத்தாச்சு, 10 ஓம் இல்லை இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல. இதை நான் ஷார்ட் சர்க்யூட் பண்ணியிருக்கிறேன். இப்போ இதுதான் என்னுடைய கரண்ட் ஐஎன். இந்த 9 ஓம் ரெசிஸ்டர் வழியா கரண்ட் போகுமா? இப்போதான் நம்ம பார்த்தோம். என்ன பார்த்தோம்? இந்த நோட்ல இது வரைக்கும் ஒரு கரண்ட் வரும், 6 ஓம்க்கு அப்புறம் வரும் கரண்ட் வரும். அந்த கரண்ட் என்ன செய்யும்? மினிமம் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் பார்த்து தான் சூஸ் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணும். அப்போ இந்த 9 ஓம் ரெசிஸ்டர் வழியா கரண்ட் போகாது. அப்ப 6 ஓம்ல என்ன கரண்ட் போகுதோ அதுதான் ஐஎன். அப்ப இது கரண்ட் சோர்ஸ் தான். அப்ப நம்ம என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்? ஐ கேன் யூஸ் த கரண்ட் டிவிஷன் ரூல். வாட் இஸ் த கரண்ட் டிவிஷன் ரூல்ஸ்? இப்ப 6 ஓம் வழியா போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட் தெரிஞ்சா போதும். அப்ப ஆப்போசிட் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஐஎன் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு ஆப்போசிட் பிரான்ச் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் 3, டோட்டல் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் 3 plus 6 into the total current. அப்போ என்ன வருதுன்னு பாருங்க. 1/3 into 12, which is equal to 4 amperes. கரெக்டா? அப்போ என்னுடைய ஈக்குவலன்ட் சர்க்யூட் என்ன? என்னுடைய ஈக்குவலன்ட் சர்க்யூட், I will have a current source parallel with the resistor, and that resistor will be parallel with the 10 ohm resistor. அப்போ இதோட வேல்யூ 4, இதோட வேல்யூ வந்து எவ்வளவுப்பா? 4.5. இது வந்து 10 ஓம் ரெசிஸ்டர். இப்போ அவங்க கேட்டிருக்கிறது என்ன? 10 ஓம்ல போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட் ஐ என்ன? 10 ஓம்ல போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட் ஐ என்ன? 10 ஓம்ல போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட், மறுபடியும் கரண்ட் டிவிஷன் ரூல் என்னது? ஆப்போசிட் பிரான்ச் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் divided by total resistance into 4 will give me the current I or I10, whatever it is. எப்படி நான் நேம் வச்சுக்கலாம். இதோட வேல்யூ எவ்வளோன்னு பாருங்க. 4.5 divided by 14.5 into 4 is equal to how much? How much you are getting? 4.5 divided by 14.5 into 4. 4.5 divided by 14.5 into 4. How much you are getting? Please tell me. Is that 1.241 ampere? Check that. 1.241 0.241 amperes. You will see here, this is your I Norton 4 amperes. You can see that this 9 ohm will not be considered. So you have see that the opposite branch divided by total into the total current 4 amperes. Then 4.5 is the R Norton. R Norton. You can see that R and 10 ohm they are connected. Opposite branch by the total into the total current 1.241 amperes. So this is I10. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Hello? Any doubts? Please. ஏன்னா இது புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். இது புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா தான் அடுத்த issues போகும்போது we can apply that. We can apply that. Any doubts? Hello? This is the homework problem. I have posted already in the classroom. I have already posted that in the classroom. Okay. You try to apply your Norton's theorem to know what is the current passing through this 50 ohm resistor. Try to find what is I50. This is your homework. This is your homework. Now you can apply. We will wind up the class now. Okay. I will take another 2 minutes to summarize. And by 12:40, 12:45, I will wind up the class. You have again 40 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes time. Okay, before going for lunch, you solve it, scan it, then send it, submit as a homework problem today. So I will now I will tell you the idea. What is the idea? First step is I will remove this 50, then try to go for RN. What I will do? I will remove this 1 and 2 amperes sources by open circuiting it. Try to find what is the equivalent resistance through this terminal, how this 100 ohm resistance are connected to each other. Then I will find the RN. Then I will keep this 100 ohm resistance and I will short circuit this. I will try to short circuit this this particular terminal 1 and 2. I will short circuit this 1 and 2. Okay, and I will try to know what is the current passing through this 1 and 2 terminal from this 1 ampere source and the 2 ampere source. The 1 ampere 2 ampere source வந்து என்ன current flow ஆகுதுன்னு நான் பார்க்க போறேன். அதுதான் என்னோட what is that IN. ஓகே, அப்ப IN எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிரும். 50 ஓம் முதல்ல எடுக்கிறேன், RN கண்டுபிடிக்கிறேன், அப்புறம் மறுபடியும் இந்த 1 2 டெர்மினல் ஷார்ட் சர்க்யூட் பண்றேன், I நாட்ரான் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறேன், I நாட்ரானோட RN நாட்ரானை வந்து என்ன செய்யறேன், பேரலலா கனெக்ட் பண்றேன், அதுக்கப்புறம் 50 ஓம் கனெக்ட் பண்றேன். அப்ப இதோட ஈக்குவலன்ட் எப்படி இருக்கும்? இதோட ஈக்குவலன்ட் will be a current source in parallel with a resistor parallel with the load resistor. The load resistor value is 50. RN I have to find, IN I have to find. Then I will find what is I50. It will take another 5 minutes to complete it. Meanwhile, I will try to summarize whatever we have discussed. Okay, the theory part, and we will wind up the class, and we will discuss about whatever you have a doubt, you can ask me now. So Norton's theorem states that if you have a linear two-terminal circuit, that linear two-terminal circuit can be converted or replaced by another equivalent circuit which will have a current source in parallel with the resistor. The current source is nothing but the short circuit current of these two terminals, and RN is the equivalent resistance or the input resistance when all the independent sources are eliminated or made zero or turned off. This Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem, they are related to each other. I will say them. The Thevenin can be source transformed into a Norton's equivalent, or Norton's equivalent can be source transformed back to Thevenin's equivalent. So we call this Norton's theorem and Thevenin's theorem as dual theorem. Dual theorem. Both Thevenin and Norton are called as dual theorems because they are supporting each other. R Norton is similar to that of R Thevenin. I Norton is a short circuit current. You can perform a short circuit or a open circuit, find out what is the short circuit current, find out the open circuit voltage, then find the ratio. That will also provide me my R Norton or R Thevenin. Okay. So that's it with the today's class. Okay. Tomorrow I will be trying to discuss about the application of dependent sources. I have only concentrated on independent sources in this particular lecture. I will be concentrating on if you have a dependent source there, how to analyze the network using Norton's theorem. Okay, based and keeping that dependent source there, and how to apply Norton's theorem there. Okay, for analyzing circuit. So that will be tomorrow's class. That will be tomorrow's class. Okay. So if you have a doubt, please ask me now. Otherwise, we will wind up the class. Any doubts there? Any doubts here? Hello, everybody. Everybody in the class, please respond. Do you have any doubt? Hello.